guys, welcome back to episode 6 of Kin and Tonic podcast. Cheers. Cheers. Today's drink of choice is a little Moscow Mule action. Luckily for me, I already had like a pre-made canned one. It's pretty good. The color was a little disturbing at first because I'm used to like more like a lighter color ginger ale, ginger beer-esque cocktail. But it's pretty good, and Grace has the classic.
I've been posting the recipe cards, so if you are interested in the recipe of what we're drinking, make sure to follow our other social medias. But other than that, normal influencer plugging, what do we got on the docket today? What are we doing?
So today I thought it'd be kind of fun to play a game of like, how well do we know each other? Obviously we're sisters, so we know each other pretty well. But I think I was just saying, I think there's a few things that would surprise each other about us, because there's sometimes like any things that you talk to other people about that are kind of not at surface level, but kind of like, oh yeah, like I'd love to do that someday or whatever. And so I think this will be a fun way to like learn a little bit more about each other, but also like, really, like, you never said that before or something like that.
The problem is, and we'll like break the illusion already, we already knew the questions we were going to do. I answered my own questions of what I would do because I was like, I don't even know the answers to some of these questions for myself. So like,
is it me put on the spot? It's like, I don't know. Like,
and at the end of the day, like with things like, what's your favorite movie? Like, I'm not like the conversations Chloe and I are having with each other, even though we talk all the time.
I wasn't done to fall for it.
We literally had an hour conversation about Dr. Pepper, the history, and it wasn't like ironic. Dr. Pepper really hits. And then
did you know there's tomato at Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, tomato is one of the 23 flavors, and it's so like we genuinely had a conversation about that, but we're not like, so what's your death row meal?
Yeah,
like,
or yeah,
those are very like 20 questions. Like, you ask a date, you ask like maybe a friend you're meeting for the first time, but
it's like, I know like foods that Grace likes, or I know like her favorite musician and things like very like typical that I would know, but do a little harder, which I thought would be fun because I didn't want them to be too easy where it's like, wow, this is boring. Like I got every answer right. I wanted them to be a little thought provoking and also just fun and different. Using these dry erase boards to write our answers.
So we're writing our own answer and you have like, we would have to guess. So, and if you were just audio only, like you still would get the illusion of what we're doing, but I feel like this is a really good one to watch the YouTube version. I won't lose anything because my biggest pet peeve with like certain podcasts, because I listen to majority of podcast audio because I listen to them while driving commute or while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
So I always hate when they have episodes that are like,
they're eating something or they're watching something and you're like, I can't.
Like, it's definitely not like audio friendly. Other than that, like, let's just get right into it because how many questions is it? 15?
I think it's 15 or 16. The very first question is favorite TV show or comfort show. So this is something that you would probably, so my husband and I say, if it's your favorite show, it means you're willing to watch it more than once. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, oh, that was like my favorite show. You have to like watch it all the time, never get sick of it.
Kind of being like more of a comfort show because it's like, you just put it on, you need background noise.
Also, I should say, we're going to probably be lame and do more than one answer on some of these.
I feel like when I was answering the questions for myself, I'm like, do I write the true answer that I know Chloe doesn't know? Because I've never like said like, hey, I'm watching this show and it's my favorite show ever. I not know those things. I feel like it would be fair to, if we have more than one answer and it's like, as long as you get that means like you still know me, but obviously you didn't know this obscure.
Yeah, like what's one of my favorite? Like Grace is really into anime, and I know zero about any of that, and so I would never. Even that's something that Grace does put on, like in her spare time, I would never know. And there's probably shows that I do that too, and she's like, I never knew you were like into that. So the first question is favorite TV show / comfort show.
I'm only writing one, easier one. So.
I know. I feel like I know yours pretty
well. So I feel
like I think I asked you the other day as well. But for you, I would say Sex and the City. I was gonna say either that or Jersey Shore. I know there's
Oh, I didn't even think about Jersey Shore, but Jersey Shore would have been
one that I know like you've watched a lot.
Yeah,
you put on a lot.
And it is a comfort show. But yes, Sex and the City is my answer. So I did two because these are the two shows like I know like you've talked about. So my first one would be Smallville. And then the other one, so that means it's not Smallville, but I hear you talk about like Ted Lasso all the time.
You know, you got it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Ted Lasso.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. Got it. Ted Lasso.
I got the first one.
You're so really sorry. Ted Lasso is definitely my favorite show. With like my husband, it's like our comfort show. We've watched it so many times.
Well,
Never good soul.
it's enough of a comfort show or a show you like that you've literally talked about it enough. So
Yeah.
okay.
Smallville definitely would be up there for me. But the problem is I have not successfully finished the series because once Lois Lane enters the picture, she's the most insufferable.
You know, we're the only ones with that opinion. Like everybody loves.
I think we need to get past that hump.
So like attracted to like Lana and like well
their romance.
They just built it up so much for so long. You waited for them to get together, and then they do for like 2 seconds. It's like it wasn't like a good payoff. Like if they had enough screen time together as a couple, and then you saw it deteriorate, but you work it up for 3 seasons, and then they like break up after an episode as new girl shows up. And I know the outcome, obviously Lois Lane and Superman. But
I got box sets, DVDs that I got like on clearance, and that's even how this whole thing started. And so I think I only had up until that point.
And that was before.
That was like season 5. Yeah, this is before streaming. This is like when I would just watch the DVD. So I would watch seasons 1 through 5 over and over and over and over. And then I didn't have any more to like binge. So I just think I just kind of like got stuck in the time zone of like high school years, because basically season 5 is when they all graduate high school and it begins this whole new thing. I think like the nostalgia ends at that season, and then I'm like, oh, now it's like new. I need to get back on it because I do love this show and I want to see it through, and I feel like a fake fan, but I'm like, I do love that show. So the second question is, if I weren't doing what I'm doing now for work, would my dream job be?
This one was hard for me to think about you because I think you don't dream of work. You're not so.
That could be an answer. Well, I think make it an answer, but you're not wrong on that. But realistically, like if there's like a job or like something I enjoy and could make a career out of, just think about that.
All I could think of really, I know what you wanted to be prior, and I know you like wanted to be like a dentist at one point in time. I think your dream job is to not work, to be a stay-at-home mom.
So for yours, I would say, because I know you love to write, you have a poetry book, you always have said that you wanted to be like a writer, something along those lines. So I would just assume like a writer.
You're I don't know if you get the full point, because it's like,
I was going to say journalist, like specifically, just because it's a little bit more of a career than just writing for fun.
I think I'll give you the point because it's related, and this is like kind of more niche. That's of like Devil Wears Prada, and also like 13 going on 30, being some kind of like fashion journalist or like something related to fashion that wasn't like, like a designer aspect, but just like being the journalist or working on a magazine.
For me, I feel like everyone thinks I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I think that like when you approach motherhood, like that is always something that a woman wants to do. And there's some people that are flat out like, no, I want to be a career woman and then I have kids.
You want to reveal?
Yeah. So it's chef or have a cooking show. Not like being like a chef in a kitchen, but like I feel like I really like I used to
never talked about this before.
But this is well, I would say I never talked about it, but I used to make little cooking videos on Instagram, and I always really
years ago.
It was been a few years, but I would always do like step by step of like what I'm doing as I'm doing it.
I feel like influencer in general, like I feel like being a lifestyle influencer.
So part of me was gonna write it down like in some sort of like I've always liked the idea of like the lifestyle blogger kind of idea. I just think influencers are kind of insufferable in a way.
As you sit here with the podcast,
because I'm not trying to influence anybody. I like the advertising aspect,
and some influencers that like just don't really make content, or they only make content to sell you something, or like Jaclyn Hill, they wonder why they don't have an audience.
I saw a lot of like luxury influencers that are not relatable at all. So it's not like this whole, because she always gets on there and says, no one thinks I'm relatable. It's like, it's not that you're not relatable, because there's a lot of influencers that aren't. It's just that you're not creative. You're not bringing anything to the table. You just want to like complain, like brag, or just she's still very much in her like,
and it's the same kind of mindset. What's really cool about you is like you're also very good at being like informational and learning. Like you'd be like in general, you're like a good teacher in terms of like explaining things. An esthetician, so like your knowledge on like things like skincare, skin, and all that stuff is like an actual interest for you, and you're very informative about it. Just like I'm an interior designer or like work in the field, that knowledge, like I'm really good at like sharing that knowledge too. So I feel like you kind of have specifically you have like that DNA of just always, you're doing it every day, like at work, where you're like being very informative, you're selling products, and you do it in an ethical way of like, I'm not just trying to sell you whatever, like I see you have a problem. This is why you should use this. That being said, next question. Are we going to have like a ramble after?
If that's just how it goes. Question is, describe my ideal Saturday night.
Mine's kind of like broad, but I couldn't really think of like a good answer. what I think for yours is, I would say, I feel like you like to go out to dinner, maybe see a movie, and then, not stay out too late so you can come home and be comfy.
Ding, 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 ding. Dinner and a movie, specifically at the theater. I love a good dinner and a movie, like going to the theater. Like I love it, and not staying out late. I mean, pre-pregnancy, there was a time where like, let's go to a nightcap, let's like do stuff. But yeah, like
Even then, you're still home before like 12.
yeah, like I'm not one that likes to like be out all night. Like that's just not something I like to do at all. I'm more like a daytime fun person, and then be home by a certain time.
So what do you think mine is?
For you, again, kind of vague, but I would say a nice dinner out. I know you had a phase where you like to go like clubbing or like dancing, so I would also say something like karaoke. Like I could see you doing like just something, dinner and an activity. Like you're very much like you want to do something fun, which I like the dinner and an activity as well. So bowling, going to the movie theater. For you, I think it's very specifically like going to a club, dancing, karaoke.
I'm mad because like you are totally right, and that's like a better answer than I had. See, mine, I'm not gonna give you the point because it's like I didn't write anything related to that. Because you're right, but it's like that wasn't the first thing that came to my head. But like this is also very vague. So mine is some reason to dress cute and like going out for cocktails. So
Because you could care less about dinner. It's more about the
it's more about just the being out and just happy, just
be out.
to be out.
True, because whenever we go out to dinner, Grace always is dressed like really, really well. And she's like, I just want a reason to look cute. The amount of times that you've been like, can we just go do something today that's not just cute? I'm in my era of like, I don't want to get dressed at all.
And that was before pregnancy.
Biggest fear.
Better get this. For you?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you writing multiple?
Yeah, just because they are like, they kind of all go hand in hand. Probably gonna sound silly, but I was gonna say frogs.
Because it's like, obviously I'm scared of like being murdered
Or dying.
or dying, but like
whatever.
that's like that irrational, like
This is an irrational, silly fear. Yeah, that's what I had.
like when people say like spiders or
I
like
was gonna say frogs or lizards, obviously kind of going hand in hand. But Grace has always hated frogs. They jump. Lizards don't
like
jump.
already like
Lizards don't jump.
if I see a lizard in front of me, I mean I don't want it to crawl on me, or like everyone remembers that scene in Parent Trap where like she gets like the lizard in her mouth. Like, so it's like, obviously I don't really want it on me, but like if I saw it in my house, I'm not screaming. It's kind of like a spider. It's like, I don't want it on me, but like, I'm not like screaming. But a frog, even if I saw it on my window outside, I want to shut the blinds. I don't even want to know it exists. I hear like the rivet sounds when it rains.
And the worst part is like, they come out when it's like rainy.
I don't even think about it. It's like, just like, it's like on your door. Like, but I hate them. I hate them. And like people are like, they're cute. I'm like,
No, I don't like frogs.
do you think Ted Bundy is cute?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I don't like frogs either. I don't like the fact that they can jump at you. I don't like things that can jump or fly at you.
so you get the point for that.
Yeah, I have wrote it down.
So I put for you in the same vein as like kind of like that irrational. I put sharks.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I was even gonna say like anything like ocean related.
Yep. So I've always had a big fear of sharks.
Which is ironic.
Specifically.
Which is ironic because what's your favorite movie?
Well, one of them, but like Jaws, but like any shark movie really. Like there's like 2 shark movies that I've been begging Sam to watch on Netflix. And he's like, they look so stupid. I'm like, I gotta watch the shark movie. So sharks, but so there's something about watching your fear that just
Exposures.
yeah, it's like the movie The Perfect Storm comes to mind. We're just like getting suddenly, stuck in a storm in the middle of nowhere. No one can rescue you because the storm is so bad, drowning. Next one is our pet peeve.
See, this one is hard because it's like
A lot of things that annoy us. I had to think about yours for a second, actually.
mine's kind of like a twofer.
I'm kind of just guessing in the wind here because
This is like, I don't know if you'll put the answer down, but I still feel like it's true. And maybe you don't know about yourself. So I don't know if it's a pet peeve. You don't like to be like, to feel guilty about things. Like when people like bring up certain things, you get like defensive. Like it's like, well, you hurt my feelings. Well, I wasn't trying to. I don't think I got yours, but like that's something like I feel that's the only thing I can think of.
So that would be my pet peeve. I don't want to feel guilt, maybe made to feel guilty.
Or like when people try to make you feel guilty.
I mean, maybe that's not untrue, but it's not. I wouldn't call that like a pet peeve.
Right.
But
I couldn't think of anything else because I feel like everything annoys you.
pretty much. That's why it's kind of hard.
I like things that
I wrote down.
things that would annoy you. I feel like you also find funny.
There's like 2 things I wrote down specifically that I think most people would agree to these. I work in an industry that relies on time. And nothing irks me more than when clients like stroll in 10 minutes late and don't even say, oh, I'm so sorry for being late, or call. If my appointment's in 5 minutes and I know that I'm not going to be there in 5 minutes, like, just give me a call. Let me know you're running late. It's like the ones that just like walk, and then the ones that are chronically late. It's more for like just my line of work. Love my dear mother. I know she'll probably watch this episode, but she waits till the last minute to get ready a lot. And so she says she's going to be here by a certain time. Sometimes she's not because she's like running behind. And
What do you think mine is?
I was gonna say traffic, just because you literally sit in traffic all the time, and like a lot of times it runs you several hours late.
That is a good one. See, like, I don't even know the answers for myself, because that is a good one, and that is one like where it's like, that's true. My real one is repeating myself and being interrupted.
I should have.
So, it's one of those things where it's like, not just
No, that's a good one.
it's not, it's also like just repeating myself, because it's like I'm talking and like you're on your, not you specifically, but like you're on your phone. It's like, wait, what? And it's like, I'm literally talking. Like, that's so rude. It's one thing if like they just didn't hear me and they're like, wait, can you repeat that? That's fine. But then it's also the double wear me of like, you interrupted me and then I have to repeat myself, or just being interrupted. So it just like, that's like my biggest, like, I'll go nonverbal.
Yeah, Grace is like, I'm not gonna challenge you and try to talk over you. Like, I'm just gonna, I don't like care that much.
Yeah.
Because we're in a family of very like not competitive women, but we all like to be heard and talk. So there's a lot of talking over one another.
I'm very like loudly, like if I'm louder.
Yeah. So
Even though we interrupt each other here, like that's fine because we're having like this dialogue.
sometimes it's like, oh, well, what I have to say is more important, or
You're just
I want you to finish what you're saying, so I can say what I have
exactly. You're only listening
to respond.
to know when I stop talking, or I'm not even done talking, and then you just start new. It's like, are you? Yeah. It's like, because it's like you're not listening to me. It's one thing if like you're in an engaging conversation and you're kind of interrupting each other, because it's like, oh, I want to add to that, and you're so excited. So it's like a different kind of like demeanor.
One's like not being self-aware that you're just rude, and then someone is like, oh,
I'm engaging in the conversation. We're talking, and like we're both just excited to talk. Like that's fine of like interruption, because you're like, oh, like I just want to, like I'm excited talking about this topic. So
I think we'll both get the answer to this.
I was about to say the same.
Do you know which one's next?
Yes, I just looked at it.
Which one?
Celebrity crush.
Yeah.
Let's say it at the same time, because I think it's going to be, I don't know.
I have two.
Okay.
Are you putting two or one?
Well, put the one you think it's both of us. I'm only putting, I do have two.
And they're going to be the same, I bet.
Okay, we're going to say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Chandler Welly. Welly. Both in the same order.
That's so funny.
So I was just thinking Keanu Reeves, and then I was like,
Keanu Reeves has like always been my.
it's more like, I want to be rude, but it's like young version.
I was just gonna say young Keanu. So I watched this movie Point Break. I think it's called Point Break.
I like to say like Tom Works.
John Wick. I will say he's aged really well. Like I like the long hair, the beard.
Like if I was that age, that's
I would be attracted.
Obviously, I'm not attracted to like someone that old,
right? But when it was like there's a movie specifically called Point Break where he's like I think he's a cop or an ex-cop, and he gets involved in like a robbery situation. Have you watched it?
I've never really watched a Keanu Reeves movie.
Oh, Welling. I mean,
we just have like a 30-minute conversation about Smallville.
That's sad. Hey, you know Smallville Tom Welling and Cheaper by the Dozen Tom Welling. I don't find him very attractive now. Well, he just looks normal, like a normal guy. He's aging fine, but again, I'm attracted to like.
Put the dentist in jail that told him he needed.
I know. I love you. Vampire teeth.
The reason why we don't have Tom Wellings anymore, because every famous actor is a nepo baby, and they're not plucking out the cute guys from the cornfields and the Walmarts.
Yeah, well, he was working like on a construction site or something like that. Is where he found him, and then. He did like Abercrombie and Fitch ads with like Ashton Kutcher,
and even Ashton Kutcher was just from like Iowa.
And my most favorite version of Tom Welling is that award show where he was just like backwards hat
and he was with Kristen, and it's like the two most attractive people.
It was just like I just love a simple. I actually prefer when guys look more casual like that than like dressed up in a suit.
Okay, so
if you will,
mine's kind of like broad. So if you get. It's like a category, so like if you get something within that category, I'll count it.
I want to be generic and say teacher, because I don't think it was teacher.
I will give you a hint. Just think of something I would do a lot as a kid, like very like kind of cute. Like think of like things I did in school, like what were.
Well, so to be fair, I was gonna say like you used to always put on little performances, and like you would always like dance, or you'd always be like, Hillary, be in the living room in 5 minutes, and like always like wanted to be a performer, pop star.
So I would say some kind of entertainer, like I don't
so way too far from like.
I mean, it still is.
A lot, like,
Well, I still have an interest in it, but it's like a weird enigma of like, I don't like being the center of attention, but if I'm given like a character or role, put a wig on me, like doing something different, like I love Halloween and dressing up. Like if I'm like outside of myself, I feel like I like performing because, you know, it's like if you're judging me, you're judging the wig and like the character.
I know you love like karaoke, and so like I know you like there's something in you that does like it, but you're not like on all the time. It's like when you feel safe and comfortable. So that's probably why you always did it with family, and like you would do it in school, like.
But like at school, it's like you're not like like I'm playing a character, so it's like you're not judging me, you're judging the character. Even if they like say I'm a bad actress.
Well, you also were like involved in like the drama, and then later in our school, our elementary school was so cool because it was like an arts, it was a performing arts school. You didn't guess mine yet.
I said dentist.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As a kid, we got that dentist Play-Doh set.
Yeah,
And
I did.
well, you did. And then like I started playing with it. It was the coolest thing because it was like this like plastic head, and you had the molds to make the teeth, and then you had the little drills to like create fillings. And they had like the silver Play-Doh and stuff. I just thought it was so fun. And then I think I just thought like, hey, this would be a good career. I mean, I assumed that they make good money. And I actually did go to like dental assisting, like orientation. Like I did like, not, I never was going to go to dental school because by the time I was like in my early 20s, I was like, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So I did it. I didn't know from me, though. I did attempt to like go into the dental field at first with like hygiene and assisting. All right, what's something guaranteed to make me laugh?
This one was like, I feel like it's multiple answers, and
I almost feel like our answer might be the same.
I want to put two answers because I think you're going to get one, but then like I also thought like this is another one. Guaranteed laugh. Me on a first date with someone I really like. You know, because you're just laughing all the time. You're like, that's so funny.
Oh, I meant to say that thing that like I know.
No, I'm just, no, that was a joke.
That was a joke. So then didn't make you laugh. Was that a joke?
So I think one is like, anytime someone gets hurt, just the thought of it. So
I literally like laughing. So literally, that's exactly it. And I thought that would be yours too.
someone getting hurt, and then what did you put? Tipping?
Tripping.
Oh,
Tripping. You're like, well, oh, like, and it's always, but I put in parentheses where they hurt themselves dramatically. Because it's never if someone just like stubs their toe. Like, that's not funny. It's like if somebody like,
the reaction to getting hurt, like,
or like, oh, or like an audible
sound.
Yeah.
Like, the goofy, like they try to save themselves.
It's funny if it's like a dramatic
It's not funny that you got hurt, but because it always comes out of nowhere, or like what if the case is like, it's not funny you got hurt, but like whatever sound or like involuntary, like,
well, it's also that it kind of just comes to mind when that Leslie hurts himself. It's always like really funny because he's just so dramatic about
and I think he's purposely being dramatic to make you laugh, or whatever the case is.
Well, that's the thing. He's always doing something for the bit, or always wants to do something to make you laugh. And then 9 times out of 10, he hurts himself doing so. Well, yeah, like what's funny. So
You think for mine, it's so
I would say it's the same.
So you're correct. So I put two because I knew the first one was like someone getting hurt.
Boy.
The other one is like I also do laugh. Like if you do in a good impression, like there's a couple like podcasts I listen to and they're like really good at impressions. Like like I do see myself like LOL. Like, we're actually doing better than I thought. I think it's funny that we're tied though, and we're like kind of getting the same ones
wrong. I think. Yeah. Next question is weirdest quirk or trait that I have.
This one was hard for both myself and you because it's like I frankly don't think any of my traits are weird.
It's weird, but it's like more like something you're good at, work that you have that's like interesting. Like,
oh, that's not how I thought of it. Because I think quirk, like, oh, something you do that's kind of like silly.
I guess I should phrase it better. I mean more like trait that you have that like.
I get what you mean. Yeah, so my answer has changed.
So for you, I would say you just know everything about everything. Like you know like facts about everything. I can't even put into like specifics, but really get a history specifically. I would say just like trivia based things in general.
I have like I wouldn't say like I have like 100% like eidetic memory. Like I can read something once and know everything about it, like Spencer Criminal Minds-esque.
But you like even like you remember things from high school that you learned, and I'm like
I guess that's not what I put, but that is a good answer, probably better than like what I answered. So I answered like your design related stuff. Like I'm very good at that is like a field and job, but like I feel like even before I got really into it, that was always like I was always and same thing with like I guess clothes. Sometimes like I'm very good at like
putting things together, designing in general,
putting things together from nothing. Like I usually don't need like a reference.
Like you were helping us pick out furniture, like
you had zero furniture, zero reference, and like we were able to like
create like rooms based on
we got like a good chunk of like stuff filled, and it all like made sense. And I felt like once I like kind of like told you and Sam like the idea of what we're going to, like everyone got on board, but like I guess it's like it comes so naturally to me that like I'm like, oh, this doesn't come naturally to other people to be able to like see one item and be like, I can build around that. I put for you. Do you want to hear what I put originally for you?
Yeah.
Don't count this, but because I thought it was like more of like just like a funny, like unique thing about you was like you strangely, even before pregnancy and being a thinner person, you had like a huge appetite. Like you were thinking about like the meal while you're eating the meal, and you're thinking about like, and to be fair, like you ate good food. It wasn't like, oh, I'm eating like McDonald's like after, whatever. You're always like, I want like steak and potatoes, and then afterwards, like,
Yeah, I'm always thinking like, what am I doing for dinner tonight, or what am I gonna,
you're really good. Actually, you're very good at like speaking and motivational speaking, and even with like this podcast, like I was like, oh, you're like a natural at like speaking and being like a peacemaker type thing. So
I mean, I would agree with that. I guess these are both better qualities. So less works, because qualities is like that's just something you're good at. It's a very good characteristic, but it's not like something that's like knowing like actors in movies, like recognizing people. Like I could see somebody in a movie and like know what they've been in. And heavy on the IMDb. The only thing I was gonna say was like childhood memories specifically. Like couldn't tell you what I have for breakfast on the spot right now, but like I like there's things from childhood, like little Jane. Like so for my dog, like when we leave, I put on YouTube, and sometimes it'll some of the albums.
yeah, you're good with words. Like we were watching Georgia the Jungle the other day, like just being nostalgic, and like I feel like I watched it more recently, and that was like one of my favorite movies growing up. And I know like some of the words or whatever, but like Chloe probably hasn't seen the movie in 20 plus years, and she's like reciting lines, reciting the music, like everything about it. I'm like,
because during childhood, we watched the crap out of it. You know what I mean? I would think like the intro to Free Willy, the Michael Jackson song. Like
Chloe was a rewinder. That's the thing. It's like me. It's like I'd watch it maybe 100 times. If there was like something that scratched Chloe's brain, like a certain song or like a phrase or like I think of that scene. I think of that scene in Bring It On. Where like it's like right the little brother had like the Spanx on his head, and he goes, "Hey babe," like you would and like not just like privately, like you would rewind it while other people were watching it. So like I think that was more of like your thing, where it's like something scratched your brain. Like
moving on,
but it's funny again, like we're getting the same answers wrong. To be fair, I think we both didn't understand that one very well.
No. I think we both got like the characteristic part, but we didn't get the quirk part.
Right. And it's, again, like we're getting the same ones right. What's funny is everyone hates us when we're playing a game with the other people. They hate to see us coming. They
were on the same team.
They hate women. They hate sisterhood.
They just hate they were on the same team.
They were on the team, talk in a language, in a vernacular that like, in lexicon of like,
it's like truly like a sisterhood telepathy type thing.
Exactly. Because we were either thinking the same thing just by like looking at each other and thinking like just laughing, and it's our we both we're like, okay, we're both thinking the same thing.
Or also like if there's like a question and it's like I know how to get Grace to answer this in the way that I want her to by saying a certain thing. Like we know each other on that. Same for her. She like knows like if she could say something, I'm gonna pick up on it, and we dominate when we're on the same team. It just comes now. It's weird. If I want to call it telepathy, because I can't read your mind. I know the things that like will help you understand things.
Well, that's the thing, is like we both understand each other to a point where it's like I know what I can say to make you laugh. I like it's a manipulation. I know how to manipulate.
I know how to gaslight you.
I know how to gaslight you, but
I know how to get what I want out of you. What is something that I will spare no expense on? So
everything. Everything for you. This one was hard because it's like literally like everything. I have multiple answers because it's like if you want it, you just get it.
Yes.
I have two specific.
There's specific lines. And maybe you don't know this about me because you're not, when I'm doing certain things with this, you don't see how much I spend and go through.
See, this one was hard for me because
you're very frugal. Like you like to shop and stuff, but you're not like a chronic shopper like me. So you're like, there's certain things that No,
I'm a chronic shopper, but I'm very good at like, I'm going to drop like $500, but it'll be during a sale.
I have something specific. It's like kind of niche. I don't know if you probably can write it down because it's not just like a one thing.
Well, I'm going to just guess yours.
Okay.
So I guess I wrote your answer down instead of my own answer. So the thing I guess for you was like hair related products, because you just have so many like concoctions.
True.
It's like hair and just beauty things in general. And then I also put like cozy stuff like blankets and slippers and like.
You're so right about those. I didn't write that down, but I really give you a point because that's the thing is like I do if I want something, I like something, then I will 0 to 100 for me. It's like I either don't buy anything at all or I buy
You just like get it all. If you like it, you just buy it.
if it makes my life easier and enjoyable, then
Give me a damn answer.
my answer is food and hosting. Only because like I do spend a lot of money on food. Like I like to go out to nice dinners, things like that. So
Experience
like
type thing.
even like my husband pays for a lot of our dinners out together. But like if I'm like with you girls, I'm like we're getting the appetizer, we're getting like this and that. So
Because it's like you are the one that wants all that stuff.
yeah, it's like not even no one else even wants the appetizer, but I want the appetizer and I'll pay for it. I want that. I want the experience.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Because I answered like your appetite thing there. So
Yeah, so that I was getting
kind of relate.
So that what's funny is when you said that, I was like, it does come full circle in a different way. I also put hosting because now that we have our own home, like when I'm hosting, I just want everyone to have what they need. Like I have every alcohol possible. I have more than enough food. Like for Christmas, I dropped so much money just because it's like
you like hosting in general.
I like hosting in general. I want everyone to have what they need. I'm not someone that's like, oh, well, we don't have it. Oh, well, like, no, I want it. If somebody wants, I remember one time my aunt who never like drinks rum and Coke, one time was like, oh, do you have rum? And I'm like, we didn't, like, we drink Coke Zero now, but we did it then. And so like, I never had soda in the house. And she's like, you have rum and Coke? And I was like, somehow I did have some rum for some reason. And then I went all the way down to like when I lived in an apartment, they had vending machines and I got her a Coke because I'm like, I want her to have what she wants, but making sure people have a good experience on my behalf.
If I'm in control, so gives you a good experience.
If I'm in control of someone else's experience, whether it's taking them out to dinner, I'm ordering for everybody. I'm like, I want to make sure everyone has the best time possible. I'm not like, oh, you didn't have good time. That stuff. Like, no, I want you to have the best experience possible.
But this one was hard. So if you don't get it, like.
Honestly, the one thing that comes to mind is like you're just very niche. Like when you want something like very, the one thing that comes to mind, and because I was looking at the vinyls, and I just remember like you just like invested a lot of money in like music vinyls, just like little niche things that are like near and dear to you. Like
I'm a collectible.
I was gonna say that's what I'm trying to say. Is that
the answer? But like I
was gonna say
if I like a collection,
like even like with like the glassware, like with the bar card. I'm not trying to spitball a bunch of things to get at the point. I'm just saying when you have a little niche, like you're a collectible person. You like
might not have a special interest.
Yeah, your special interest is like if you like something, you do spend the money on it. I'm like, I'm surprised by sometimes what I see that you have because it's like really good quality. Like I'm like, oh, I'll go to Crane Barrel, get the most basic glasses, but you're like, oh, I'll get these like specific looking glasses or like something very collectible and like something that you can have for life. You're a trinket person. I just feel like you're very good at like sourcing things secondhand. Like you're just having, I guess that goes into like the eye that you have. Like we'll go into Goodwill and I'll find like clothes or something and you'll find like a really cool, like one of a kind thing.
Those are good answers. I like how like I'm also learning about myself and like how other people see you, which is like a fun exercise. I would say this one's more of a practical one, and it's like one of those things where it's like maybe you wouldn't know because it's not like relative, but mine is like a good pair of shoes. Because I feel like I invest because I'm a heel person. Like I wear.
You're on your feet a lot.
I'm on my feet a lot, so like I feel like I'm not spending hundreds of dollars, but like
that's a good.
So like all my shoes are like I'm not buying like and it's not like because I'm bougie or anything, but it's like I'm not buying the cheap shoes from like Target because it's like I'm above it, like they have cute stuff, but it's like I'm not gonna wear it. It's not comfortable. It's not long term. Like how many? Like I've had to switch shoes with Chloe because she just is not thinking practically with her shoes. Like all my shoes are comfortable. When you get a good quality shoe, it's almost like a mattress where it's like
I like variety in shoes. Grace is like I want practicality in shoes. Like I have like
good practical.
So many shoes they're all like,
but like good practical shoes like can run you a couple $100, but to me it's like
it's an investment.
It's an investment.
The next one is death row meal. I have 2 answers for this. Just because of like the food that you like. So I'm just putting food you like. And I had 2 answers as well.
So I feel like for yours, one, I put like anything potato related or in like steak. Like I feel like you're just a steak potatoes girl, baked potatoes all the time. Like I just feel like anything potato related, you're on it, but like also like a steak.
You definitely got the point with potatoes. I put potato skin specifically. I put your answer.
Sorry, what's that drink?
No, I put so potato skins. I put specifically because a potato skin hates to see me coming. They're my favorite form of
I'm
potato.
taking the point on that because I did.
I will say yes, I do love a good steak.
But my first one I was strong with is potato.
Yeah, I also had crab legs or like I will never deny anything potato.
Well, I feel like you would miss like death row meals. Like the last thing you'll eat is dying. It's like if you can never eat this food again, I think you would like perish. So I get the point for like potato related.
Yeah. I actually put steak for you as well because you said recently that you hibachi style.
Well, I put in like yes, I want steak, but I don't want like a steak dinner where I'm like cutting it.
Yeah,
like I want like the hibachi.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Battery died.
So
Mistake.
the battery died, and I usually bring a second battery, which is like really annoying for me. So they're rambling a little bit too long. The rest of the questions were
We're just gonna rapid fire these. If I could get plastic surgery, what would be something I would change?
I think the same thing is like we both said boobs.
Yeah, I would say boobs, nose.
Nose.
Yeah, I would want like a cuter little. I don't mind my nose from the side, but I feel like my nose is really round in the front. It always looks really big in photos. There's nothing on the market for cellulite, and I feel like they need to like come up with that. I was gonna also say forehead for you because you do like a
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like extending your forehead.
If there is a way to like extend my forehead, I would do that.
And then I think this might be the same for both of us. What's our favorite physical feature we like about ourselves? Stomach,
Yeah, I did.
torso.
I did put like torso. I put torso and nose.
It's because we're fortunate to both have long torsos, so we never really look like we've gained weight in those areas. Even if we have, like, our 10 pounds higher.
Trust me, my thighs say I have, but
we do have like curvier bottom halves, so we both tend to slim out in our stomach, so we're good about that. Who would I pick to play me in a biopic about me? I don't expect you to get this one because I didn't even have like a good.
The only one I
know
heard
for you.
I already heard people have told you looked like Gal Gadot.
I'm shocked that you got that.
Not that I mean,
I don't think
I don't particularly like her, and I think she's a bad actress.
Yeah, like she's like one of the few celebs that kind of
Because I'm like
brown hair, brown.
Otherwise, I'm thinking actress because I know like you've been like compared to like a Kardashian in terms of like just having dark hair as an actress, even though I think she's a bad actress. Gal Gadot.
Yeah, those are Natalie Portman.
That is. I was gonna say like a young Natalie Portman because again, I don't think she looks like me, but she's a good actress, and I feel like
there's some similarities that you guys have.
Well, she's
cool. Very like demure.
I feel like there's a likeness. She doesn't look like me.
Go-to karaoke song.
So I just put like, because I'm thinking of when we were in Japan, I'm thinking like Bring Me to Life, Backstreet Boys, like.
I had Evanescence or Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, specifically
that song. You always gonna put something because you were really into singing that like anime song.
So like a Japanese
song.
Okay. I mean,
or Evanescence. Well, I just feel like that we have a couple go-to songs together, but then
we did specifically do those, and like I feel like they're fun, like crowd pleasers. Like I'm not trying to sing good, you know.
Favorite place you've traveled to?
I would say for you was like Italy, and mine is Japan.
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna be more specific. Amalfi Coast, like obviously Rome was great, but like the coast was gorgeous. And for you specifics, I was gonna say like Osaka.
I would say Tokyo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like Shibuya, like we went to Shinjuku too, but like I wanted to spend more time in.
3 more. Go-to drink on a night out.
Guess mine.
I was gonna say Prosecco.
So I was gonna say Prosecco. I do like a Cosmo to like start,
Cosmo, duh.
but I feel like always Prosecco. Not always Cosmo, but always Prosecco.
Yeah.
I would say for you was like, I know you've been like in the Hugo's, well, when you could drink, was the Hugo Spritz or just a red wine?
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing, like our go-to cocktails and then like the go-to like.
Yeah, so that would be right. I mean, anything wine related is up my alley. I'm not a cocktail girl, so that's why these mocktails don't be hitting. Most worn clothing item, an item I'm almost sure to be wearing when you see me. For you, I was gonna say boot. For
That's
I was gonna say some fuck ass boot.
But that's smart school. Why not? I stopped wearing. No, I was gonna say boots because I was in Florida. I wear boots a lot to work. Like I'm not wearing them casually unless it's like winter. But like
you are always wearing a boot though if we're going out to dinner usually.
Just because it is like it's like the tennis shoe for me. It's like super comfortable. And I don't remember what I put for yours, but I think I just put like jeans of some kind.
I was actually gonna put jeans originally, but I also had sweatpants because I'm always in something cozy. I feel like when you see me, if I'm going out, and
I guess I was thinking in the context of going out.
Yeah. And then lastly is favorite scent.
What I was thinking was, I feel like you like really fresh scents. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not thinking like vanilla or like. I feel like unless you have something really niche, it's like something fresh.
I put holiday scents, and then like garlic and onions. So I was like, one.
I was thinking perfumes. I heard big bag. Here's big bag.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna do one like fragrance and then one like just like smell that I like. So yeah, garlic and onions and holiday scents. I do also like during the summer I do like more of well, when it comes to perfume, I like a fresh, like cologne-y, almost like stepped out of the shower, unisex type of scent. Floral-y, I guess.
I actually hate floral.
I don't know you that well then.
I have two answers.
I mean,
So mine would be like I love like men's cologne. I like men's cologne, and then I like medicinal herbal, like like sandalwood,
herbal, you mean?
yeah,
Like essential oil almost.
exactly. But I also I like CK1. I like very unisex smells. All right, so
Marietta Cottage.
sorry, go to this obviously on audio if you're not watching on the YouTube, but I like switch to the iPhone.
Nice, Marietta look like.
Now you really see us in really unflattering ways. Drinks are dwindling down anyway. We yapped long enough, and just follow us on our socials. Subscribe to see more. I swear we're not gonna have this fuck ass situation happen again. And other than that, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching.